Hello, everybody. I hope we have somebody here. It is nice to see you again. I have been working on. Hello, Cheryl. No problem, sweetie. You don't even worry about it. I just came in. I am working on doing the thread painting for my self-portrait here, and just trying to get a little bit more dark in sometimes, and then you kind of lose the detail that you worked so hard to get. So I'm kind of coming in here and adding some of that back. So let's see how I do. But I think I did a little too much thread painting. But let me cut the threads and then I'll come back up and talk to you. Okay. So I was going along pretty good. But sometimes when I get on a roll, it's hard to stop. So this is what I was working on. But again, I've got the hair too heavy. The hair is just too heavy. And so I'm going to keep working on it and kind of try to loosen it up. I might take out some of the stitches. But what I failed to get is all the different tones of blonde and blonde hair, because it's not just one color. And when you make it too much of one color, it starts to look like a helmet. So, hello, Quilting for the Soul is here. Diane 57, how are you, Shug? So, and Marsha's here. And hello, Alexis. I hope Alexis is still here. I saw she checked in very early. So, she probably got a little confused about what time. So anyway, hello, everybody. So the thing is, we're supposed to start. Oh, look at everybody. So, and I want to welcome Sarah. Quilting for the Soul is our newest member of our group's IO group. So I'm real tickled that she joined us. And if you've been in here and you chatted with us for a while, send me an email at ourtimetoquilt@twc.com, and I'll send you an invitation to join our group. It's kind of a nice little group because then you can we can keep up with each other during the week, and as we can share free patterns as we find them. Hello, Kirsten, she's back. Oh, that's a great childhood memory. I love that. That's what I was going to talk to you about today, because I guess I haven't been giving it the thought I need to. I've got a few things going on, and I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes when you have a lot going on, it's really hard to tap into your creative side. And I've been trying to switch so that I get to sleep earlier and get up earlier. And I've been trying to take walks because I need to get in better shape, especially with the virus lurking around. So I just haven't felt that creativeness. We all get into slumps once in a while. And so I said, okay, I don't have anything to really show them today. I am going to show some people have asked, how do I do eyes? And so I'm going to show you a few things about eyes. And it's, basically it's learning to observe and look and try to recreate what you see. And so that's really important. Now, there are a few general rules, like the nose is about as wide as the space between the eyes. And the ears are about from the eye to the mouth is usually the ears. So the face has certain proportions that if you kind of can remember it, then it's pretty easy to remember. The corners of the mouth usually go up to where the irises are. Okay? So the corners of the mouth are usually the same distance as the irises. So the nose is the same distance between the eyes, usually, generally speaking. So there's a few things that might be able to help you in drawing a face. And what people don't realize is your eyes are further down your face than you'd think. And, you've got to have space for your forehead. So anyway, hopefully a few things like that. Kirsten, I love the idea of the tire swing on an oak tree. That should be a lot of fun. So I don't know, do any of you other have ideas? And I'm glad it's cool there. Today it was 90 or a little bit more, but the humidity was outrageous. I went to take my walk this morning. I stepped out on the porch and went, oh, can't do it. It was 91% humidity. And I knew I had to go earlier because of the heat. But that kind of humidity, when you have asthma, it's kind of like trying to breathe underwater. So how is everybody? Oh, you know what? That's absolutely fine. I haven't really finished any of these projects lately. I don't think. I haven't bound my undersea. I haven't quite finished my flamingos. And as you can see, I haven't finished this. I've got some more things to put on it. And I've got to fight with that hair some more. So, life happens. And we do the best we can. And I had a great counselor, and she said I was talking to her about some things I just don't seem to want to finish. And she said, well, maybe that project has taught you all that you needed to know from that project. And I kind of chuckled because I'd like to be able to say that, but sometimes it's just I get distracted and don't want to come back to it. But anyway, you have one temper. Oh, yes, right. Texas. Mark used to say you have hot in January, and that's Texas weather. So, oh, gosh, goodness. Oh, 107 in Mississippi. Oh, Sarah, please drink some iced tea and stay cool, darling. So, hi, Marcia. How is weather for you there in Nebraska? Oh, 70s for Kathleen. I tell you what, there are times it's really good to be on the Pacific Northwest, especially when we're having these hot weather. Low 70s. Oh, my gosh. Now, does that feel warm to you? Or would you still like it a little? Like, to me, I want to find a place to live where it only rains when it needs to, and the temperatures never get above 84, and humidity's lower, and I'm not sure a place like that exactly exists, but anyway. So, yeah, the weather is so different, and that's the thing you learn is all over the United States, everybody's experiencing something different. So that's considered warm for the Pacific Northwest. Now, do you get to go swimming out there if does the water temperature ever get warm enough or... I know, isn't that the truth, Cheryl? One time I thought, well, maybe Colorado would have that place. But you know what? I think they have those terrible winters and those deep snows, and I'm not sure I can handle that much snow. But I tell you what, I would love the perfect place. But like you say, it doesn't exist. So we just have to do the best we can where we are, huh? Or as they say, bloom where you're planted. So coastal water's cold to you. Yeah. I had a chance when I was 16. I was in a summertime marine biology class, and I had a chance to go to Nova Scotia or Key West, Florida. Well, Hawaii, wouldn't that be nice? Well, to go to Nova Scotia, you could only stay in the water up to 20 minutes, and this is in July. I said, I'll take Key West. And it was hot there, and the mosquitoes could carry you away, but it was pretty nice. And the lobsters they have down there don't have big claws, so you just swim down, you scoop one up, and you've got dinner. Not bad, huh? Exactly. Now, Kathleen, does it bother you that it rains a lot in the Pacific Northwest, or is it something you're used to? Because I always wondered. I always tell Mark I was made to live in England, and he said, "Deb, you couldn't handle all that rain." Oh, you loved living in Key West. Tell you what, everything moves slower down there. They're on their own. They're on conch time, since that's the conch republic. I just loved all the wild chickens that ran around. That was so cool. So I think let me get a couple things and talk about doing eyes. And I wanted to show you. I made sure to put on some stabilizer before I did the thread painting for the hair, because if you don't put stabilizer on, it will draw up. So just make sure. Now this is kind of thick, and it breaks a lot of thread. This is a pretty heavyweight one, but it was there. I tried for 5 minutes to look for my other, a lighter weight fusible interfacing, and this was sitting there looking at me, so I used it. Hi, Michelle Lang. Hi. Thank you for stopping by to say hi. So I was telling him it was 91% humidity today, so I didn't take my morning walk. I stepped out on the front porch, and it was like, I'm not breathing good in this. So how's the weather for you in Rhode Island, Miss Michelle? So Michelle remembers what it was like to have a North Carolina summer. And today, Michelle, you won't believe this. Beautiful day. Oh, we had all this thunder, and it not enough rain to really wet the sidewalk. I said, all that thunder and then no rain. We're in a drought right now, and we better have rain soon. But anyway, I'm glad you had a beautiful day. We had 90 and 91% humidity. When you wake up and all your windows are foggy, you know it's a humid day. Oh, I know. Our Michelle is unique. That's what her mother gave her, and I had to learn how to spell it myself. So, yeah, and I've been trying to take walk because I'm going to have to travel to Maryland soon, and I thought I need to get in shape if I'm going to be exposed more to the virus, which I hope we're not, because I'm going to be as careful as I can. But I thought, get in some better shape and see if that would help you in any way. So anyway, I'm so glad you had a beautiful day. And the grandbabies are doing good. Say hi to Sandy and Patrick for me. So those granddaughters, I bet you they keep you on your toes, don't they? Oh, sun was coming through so bright you had the dust. Yeah, because boy, that sun does show the dust, doesn't it? Well, my plants outside are doing great because almost every day I go out and water them. And that's something that gives me a lot of joy. I sit in my outdoor swing or my front porch rocker. I sit there and I just water. And it's kind of meditative. Have you ever noticed that? Mark said, well, why don't you get up and use this long-handled thing and go to pot to pot to pot? I said, that's not nearly as relaxing as this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the truth. That is the truth. Ah. I love it. Love it. And Michelle is a very relaxed lady. She's the coolest thing, let me tell you. She is so cool. Well, I'm going to get busy to show you how I do eyes because it's really not that hard. So I'll get my inspiration here and let me pull you down here. Okay. Now I'm left-handed, sorry about that, but I've got my, whoops, let me move this back. Whoops. Let me see if I can tighten this up or else that's not going to stay out of the way. Am I a swinger? Yes, I love my outdoor swing, let me tell you. All right. So here is my inspiration. In fact, let me move this lower so you can see it. And so I'm just going to focus on this eye right here. And the good thing is usually start with the eyebrow because the eyebrow can give you a lot of the basic shape of the eye. Hello, Dora. How are you in Alabama? Is it very hot there? So let me see. Okay, that way I can try to see the screen. Cheryl Lemon is here. Hello, sweetie pie. It's so good to see everybody. And Cheryl Hogan, you know, she won our face mask contest, and she got her prize winnings and purchases in the other day from Pineapple Fabrics. So we'll have to show you that. Okay, so I get a basic shape of the eyebrow right here. Let me draw a darker line so you can see it, because that usually kind of helps me. And now, of course, it depends on how you've plucked your eyebrows all these years. But then I'm looking at this eye, and I notice that I have like a little indentation there showing my age. So I do a light little shading down this way and then curve. I'm recreating what I'm seeing on here. You have a couple things to do first. Oh, I'm so glad. Welcome. Welcome, Dora. Oh, it's very hot and humid. Yes, I would imagine that Alabama is very hot and humid. Okay, so now what I do is I look at what is the shape of that eye. And I have a kind of a typical almond shape eye. And I notice that the far edge of this eye falls right under the edge of the eyebrow. So I have this area. So I just come in here and I notice that the eye kind of does this. Then it starts to sweep up and then, whoops, do not erase that line until you've drawn the correct one. I had an artist teach me that a long time ago, and he said, let me turn it, maybe I can turn it this way. I'm having a hard time positioning my hand to show you. But anyway, so I'm going to sweep up, come up about here, which is about halfway there, then start to arc down. Okay. Now I can come in and erase the line I didn't want. Okay. Because honestly, if you tried to erase another line, you'd go right back and do it again. Oh, the grandkids are great. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, Chris asked the other day if I wanted to come up and take care of them again, take care of he and Nikki. I mean, take care of the baby so he and Nikki could get some sleep. And Mark looked at me like, hon, you can't do that. You can't take a chance on that travel. And it broke my heart. Okay, so now I've got this. Now, one thing I noticed is the eyelid tends to go like this, but my inner eyelid stops short. Okay, so now I just take a look at the photo and draw the eye itself. And it's just a matter of it's just a matter of recreating what you see. Now this, of course, is bigger than the one up there, but I'm going to show you. And so then I notice, okay, I'm looking. Oh, you got Bonnie's block. Isn't she sweet? She loves her Elfkin roll, doesn't she? I notice that right here, there is let me get it closer. I notice right here, there is a little white mark, the reflection, the shine off of my eye. Then the iris comes down like this. Okay, so I'm just going to lightly color that in just so I can remember. All right, now, once I've drawn the eye like that, let me back out. Once I've drawn this eye, then I'm going to go to my ink tints. Let me pull back just a little so you can see. Okay, I've got my ink tints here, and I'm going to look for my outliner. Outliner is important because that's the one that has no real ink in it. It's just like a dark pencil. Where is that little booger? Come here. Outliner, maybe, no, black. There it is. Okay, so this is my outliner. An outliner has no real ink in it. It's like a dark pencil. So what I want to do is to come in here and draw the solid line first. So before I do any painting or anything, I'm going to go back over the line with the outliner. And I made the mistake the first time I started doing my eyes by doing one of the ink pencils. The problem with that is then when it hits the water, they run. And you don't want it to run. So now I'll come along here and I'm going to draw the line. I'm drawing on this cardboard, but unfortunately it's got lines in it. So let me get something. Well, let me see if I can do it without, just with the ironing board. Okay, and I bring that under eyelid up here and come down. Okay. Now this I can erase. Remember, it's best to use white eraser. You know what? Light boxes work wonderfully too. And you know what? That's absolutely okay. So now I notice in this, the crease in my eyelid. So I'm going to come in with this outliner and I'm going to put the crease in my eyelid too. Okay? Then I'm going to take and draw the iris and start to color in the pupil. All right, and you notice I drew a line around the highlight, that little light shining to show that my eye is wet, that little white dot. And that way I will never color right there, because if you color everything and try to come back and put it there, it's very difficult. The only way you can do that is to use acrylic white paint and just barely put a dot on there. Oh, thank you, sweetie. So now my eyes are sort of blue. They used to be blue, but they're not so blue anymore. So I'll come in with a little bit of blue, not touching that highlighting part, and I'll come in and put a little blue on it. Then I'll get a indigo blue and come in and put a little darker blue, especially around the edges, like this, okay? Now, what makes my eyes not be so pure blue anymore is because I now have gold in them. So I'll come in and put a little gold in there, watching out for that highlight mark. Now I am going to come in with ink black and put the pupil in. But be careful because it will want to run if you're not very careful, and your eye will get muddy. But you notice I don't use ink black around the edges of the eye, because if you do, it will run. Now let's say I had put this on flesh tone fabric. Then I would need to come in here with my white, and I always do this last so it doesn't get too muddy. But I'll come in with my white and whiten up the whites of the eyes. Some people save the sharpenings because they have a little bit of ink on them, and then they play with them. All right, now the problem I have with this is that it doesn't have a good flesh tone in these ink tints. So I'm going to try to mix a little bit of my own. But just make sure that in between the drawing, you do in fact, now down here, I'm going to get a brown. Down here, I have bags under my eyes. I'm a woman of an age, and I sure do have bags under my eyes. So I put that in with a little touch of a darker brown. I come in here and put this shadow in with a little touch of brown and do the eyebrows. And with the eyebrows, you can do an eyebrow motion. And look how much better, how much more they look like eyebrows if you do this motion with them. And now, one thing I noticed, when you want to put the eyelashes in, see how it's not right at the bottom of the eye. It's out just a little that you see them. So then I will come get, not my outliner, I might wonder if I want to use a charcoal gray, but I come down here and put a little line of the eyelashes below the eye, because that's where it shows up, not right there against it. And then to get the eyelashes for the top eye, see how they're at the base right before you get to that crease? So then you just kind of come here and kind of do a little bit of this, but very sparsely. If not, you'll lose that crease because it'll run up onto there. All right. Now, let me get, what is this? That's the indigo again. I'm going to deepen this eye because unless you've got a light shining on the eye, it really does look deeper. Okay. Now I'm going to come in, since I'm more fair and have a pinker tone, I'm going to come in here with some pinkish color to go with the tan color. All right, now a dark brown again to do these eyebrows. Bark and do the eyebrows like they grow, just as little short hairs. Okay. And let me do some more shading again. Let me do my shading again in here. And this is with a lighter shadow brown. A little shadowing in here and a couple wrinkles. All right, then I'm going to take a small brush and some gel medium, And I'm very carefully, let me do one more thing. I want some lighter brown. My eyebrows are not that dark anymore. Okay. All right, so let me get my gel medium and come in here. Get a paper towel. Keep wiping that brush when you go from dark colors to lighter colors. Yeah, my eyebrows aren't that, they're not that dark. They've turned rather gray over time. So let me lighten these up with some of this white. All right. And since I'm just using one brush, I'm going to keep wiping it dry and before I dip it again to keep the color clean. But now I'm going to come in here and get the skin tone. I'm going to carefully come in here and do this top eyelid. I'm going to carefully come in here and do the iris and the pupil. Always work from the light to dark because otherwise you'll muddy all of your paint. And I lost a little bit of that iris, so let me get my black. No, that's my outliner. Ink black. Let me come back in to get that iris. The nice thing is when the fabric's a little wet, it goes on really well. Okay. Be careful when you do below the eye because you don't, what I found when I was working on my face is it kept bleeding, making me look like I had more makeup on than I did. Wow. If this wrinkle right here looks a little too dark, then you can rub the, pardon me, scrub it with a brush and kind of get some of that. I'll come back in here with the outliner. So, and I might try very carefully, I really am going to try very carefully to just put a little bit of pencil to mark the edge of the eye, just a little bit, because I don't want it running everywhere. So anyway, I'm hoping you're having a chance to see. Oh, the dogs are excited. They've had a good dinner. Okay, put a little more shadow on the eye. All right, so here is the eye. Now let me go get one more thing that I forgot to bring over. I'll be right back. All right. So now let me zoom in. I need to get, go back in with this outliner. I need to get this edge of the eye done. It was running away from me a little here. Then The top of the eye is missing. Okay. We get just careful little line of ink black up here. All right, let me grab my brush again. But I'm hoping I'm kind of showing. Is Vicky here? Hi, Vicky. I've been asking about you for a while, girlfriend. Hello. Okay, here we go. All right, so do you see that? Now, what you want to do to make it... Marsha's not a bad girl, is she? So now the last thing you're going to do to really make this eye come to life is put a little bit of white acrylic paint on the tip of your eye brush, our little tiny brush, and just dab it right there. That makes the eye come to life. So I'm hoping that helped you. It's just a matter of taking your time, because eyes truly are the windows of the soul, and you've got to get the shape the best you can. The eyelids, little wrinkles, exactly where you put the eyelashes and everything. And then that last touch is to get as pure white as you can right on that eye to show the reflection. And that's how you get a good eye. So, what did Marcia didn't do anything bad, did she? Okay, so anyway, does that help you at all? Now right here, and don't go too dark with the edge of the eye, but I'm going to get the outliner and come back up here again and meet there, because mostly that skin, it's a skin tone. But I hope that helps you to understand better how to do an eye. And believe it or not, that's probably only the third eye I've ever done in my life, but I've gotten more relaxed in my old age, and it's come easier to me because I don't get so nervous about it. And I know that if I don't like it, I can do it again. So anyway, now maybe that's like the fifth eye I've done, but it's getting easier as I get older, and that's just because I'm more relaxed. So I'm hoping your eyes are more hooded, and that just matters in where you put the different lines. Mine are getting pretty hooded with age, and that's what happens. In fact, I always said the only kind of facelift I would ever do is if my eyes closed too much from my eyelid drooping, I might have them pull it back up. But that's just so I see better. So here is the eye, and I hope that it just makes you a little more brave in just trying this stuff. Your eyes been doing a lot of sleeping, so have mine. In fact, how is everybody feeling? How is... Now, if I could get this thread painting hair as good as the eyes, I'd be happy. But this thread painting on the hair is giving me a fit. Take good care, Michelle, sweetie. It's so good seeing you. I'm going to give you another wise piece of advice. If you're working on something and you start to have problems, just quit and walk away. Because a fresh pair of eyes, some sleep, some time away from it's the best thing you can do. Sometimes I get so focused and I realize I'm getting off track, and I don't want to give up. And so I just go from bad to worse. So when you feel like that, put it aside and come back to it later. So I love the oak tree and the swing idea. I love that. And, what happened good to Diane? So, well, I try to make things look a little easy, because if you have too many rules, or if you have people saying, well, you must do this and you have to do that, that will make you freeze up. That's no good for anybody. So I try to make it fun and easy, and that's just a scrap piece of fabric. That's all there is. That's all it is. And if I don't like it, I can throw it away and do it again. So I'm learning. It helps. So how is everybody? Oh, you had to cancel your trips. Oh, I wouldn't go to Florida for any amount of money, let me tell you. Oh, Dora, good. Stay quarantined. In fact, I've made Mark and I 3 masks each. I've got to make at least 3 more each for us, because unfortunately I have to travel to Maryland next week. I don't want to go, but I have to. And so he looked up on the CDC website to say, okay, how do we travel safely? And oh my goodness. Oh, when do you get your new sewing machine, Kathleen? I forgot about that. Or who was it? Was it Kathleen getting a new sewing machine? Hi, Sherry Mercurio. Let me tell you what. We're going to get ready in a couple minutes to look at pictures. Sherry has a beautiful garden. I mean, just years of a lot of love and attention, and she's moving to be near her daughter, and she's going to have to leave it. And I want to show you her garden again. Oh, it was Diane that got the jazzy. Yay. Oh, take pictures. We want to see. So, yes, the court. Yes. Oh, I hit myself in the face with my necklace. But anyway, but I've got to do it, or else there's no way we would travel. We're trying to be so safe and careful. And, but I'm going to have so many masks, because if we put a mask on to go into the motel or hotel, then I'm going to have to wash it before I wear it again to go out. So we're just going to have a bunch of them. You know what I do too with my masks around here? Like if I have to run to the ATM, or get gas. I mean, I don't go anywhere if I can help it, but I take and put my mask on the dashboard, because in that kind of sun and heat, I feel like it kind of, I don't know, maybe it doesn't, but I feel like it burns off any germs, any oogie boogies. Yes, we use disposable gloves too. We're going to use them then, and we're going to sanitize that hotel room. Mark says he wants to go in first and spray Lysol in the air of the room. We've already asked the hotel to make sure nobody has stayed or been in the room for 24 hours. So you steam your mask. Now, that's a great idea, Cheryl. I like it. That's a good idea, Dora. And, we're just going to have to be careful. Last night, I was watching Brian Williams, and looks like that this virus is doing a little mutating, which means it's going to take longer. And somebody who's had it once and then tested negative has it again. So we just got to be careful. But your mask and 6 feet is what you need. And we can do that. So those of us of an age, we've done harder things. Oh, yes, Diane, tell us about how does that jazzy work? Oh, my God, that's so exciting. And Vicki, what have you been doing lately? In fact, I think I heard it was hot in Michigan. So hopefully you're staying safe, girlfriend. How exciting. A new machine? Oh my goodness. What a dream. What a dream. So, I talked to I have a conference with my lawyer tomorrow, and I'm going to tell her, I mean, we've had, in my state of North Carolina, we've had a couple record setting days for new cases. And I don't really want to go out, and it's scary. And so I do have a teleconference with her tomorrow, and I will ask her because it's upsetting. I don't want to have to travel during this. And someone said maybe you could travel with the camper, but then we wouldn't have a vehicle to travel around. It'd be nice to have my own space, but we're going to take our own food with us, easy things to eat, and we're just going to be careful. So you're not putting borders and okay. Vicky, and you have, oh, that's exciting. Oh, Pineapple Fabrics. Don't let me forget. Because Cheryl Hogan won our face mask decorating contest, and she shopped there, and she loves it. So I can't wait. Yeah, I do. I love Pineapple Fabrics. In fact, after spending so much to have that tree chopped down, I swore I wasn't going to buy fabric for, years. Well, today the Pineapple Fabrics newsletter came in, and they had a great piece of fabric for $4.99. So I got 2 yards. I said, and I didn't even ask Mark. I just said, Mark, honey, getting some real important fabric, real good fabric. I said, just 2 yards at $4.99. Can't beat that. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have that whole setup to do that. But one day we're planning on traveling around the country when he finally retires, and then we will have an extra vehicle to tow. So, all right. Well, let's go look at some of these photos and see what Cheryl got from Pineapple Fabrics. And then let's see. I've got pictures to show you of Sarah quilting for the soul, her mother's garden. You won't believe this woman. What a champ. So I've got a few things to show you. All right. Let me turn off some lights here. All right. All right. Now let me see. Let me bring these up. I'm so excited to show you. Sarah and I both are going to be making baby blankets because my newest grandson's going to be here in 4 weeks or less, and I better get it done. All right, let's see. Bonnie, did Bonnie do some shopping? Was it her? No, maybe it wasn't Bonnie. Okay, I'll show you the rest of Bonnie's on Sunday. And let me see. Now, Cheryl Lemon. Beautiful. I just want to show y'all her curved log cabin. I mean, this is beautiful. This girl has been sewing up a storm. Come on, picture. Let me try it again because it's worth the wait to see it. My computer's been slow today. There it is. Isn't that just beautiful? Butter yellow and all kinds of blues. Just beautiful. Okay, let's see. On Sunday, I do all the photos, but today okay, let me show you Cheryl's face mask that she won with. Here it is. And she even did a flower with glow-in-the-dark thread. Now, just to show you, there's her glow in the dark. There's her husband modeling it, or hubby modeling it. The fabric was this black and white, She did all of this. So that's why she won. She did an outstanding job. Our Miss Jody, did a great job on her Halloween mask. I love that. So, and then Marcia did a beautiful multiple layer crocheted mask. That's so pretty. So, now what we're going to do is go back here and let me see. Now, Patricia Fry, what did she show? Oh, this is the cutest picture, girls. This is what you do during the coronavirus to be able to sew with friends. Do you see that? And the title was Making Friends. And since she made these large life-size dolls, that's a little double entendre there for making friends. I love that. Pat sent that to us. Okay, let me see. Oh, here we come. Oh, here is Sarah, and got a few things. Got her mother's garden. I mean, this woman loves planting, and I think that's a castor bean plant. But look at all those gardens and flowers. It looks like, oh my gosh, are these in pots or what? They're beautiful. Okay, now she loves her gardening. Then this is, oops, there it is. Look at the parasol ladies that Sarah's making. I love it. Beautiful. And then I'm not sure what kind of plant this is, but it's all along their back fence. Look at this. Then her mother is 76 years old, and look at the beautiful things she's grown. Just beautiful. There's another of Sarah's parasol lady. Another block that she's made. That's got a lot of pieces in it. Then there is Sarah's mother. What a beautiful woman. And look at that watermelon. I guess she grew both of them. That is an amazing woman. I would love to meet her. And then here is, and I'm trying to remember if she said this was her grandson or her nephew and her sweetie pie little Yorkie dog. That's wonderful. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Is this beautiful or what? This I can tell is a peach tree. And that garden is huge. And her mother takes care of all of it. She's in better shape than me. This looks like a banana tree here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. Got another. Oh, look at this squash. No, this is the watermelon. There's the watermelon in there. Oh, wow. Ah, banana trees, everything. That is amazing. Oh, green beans. Ooh, those are neat. Those look like really thin. Are they the Verets, the thin green bean? And her tomatoes. Oh my gosh, she's got so many tomatoes on this plant. Beautiful, beautiful. That might have been the last one. That was wonderful. Boy, your mom is something else. Now, here is beautiful Sherry's garden that she's going to have to say goodbye to. And I recognize this right away, a Nellie Moser clematis. I love that. The colors are so pretty. Then look at the square foot garden that she had built with the nice, surrounded by nice fencing and the raised beds. Look at this. I'm so glad she's got these beautiful photos. Look at those peonies. Aren't they beautiful? Love them. And that is a trellis covered with roses on the other side and a beautiful pink hanging basket there. And I tell you what, Sherry, you can grow roses, honey. You are the best at roses. Just beautiful. Look at that garden. That is so neat and tidy and productive. And there's that wall of roses. Isn't that amazing? Just beautiful. Another shot of the peonies, that my very favorite flower. So I know Cheryl is going to miss that garden. All right, let me see. I mean, that was Sherry Mercurio. Now here, Cheryl Hogan, who won the contest. Here is her stash she got from Pineapple Fabrics. I love this. I guess this is the background fabric, or is it the backing? And then she got 2 charm packs. Look at those colors. And it's going to be for 2 baby quilts that she has to make. And when she went on Pineapple's site, she got to click to roll the wheel, and she got free shipping. So you can't beat that. Hey, you get free shipping. I'm so tickled that she got something so beautiful. And I do love Pineapple Fabrics. Anytime you shop there, please tell them that you heard about them on Our Time to Quilt, because they know I love them. And I think that might be it for these. So, okay, and I hope I didn't forget. If I forgot anyone, then please tell me. But that was nice. And then we'll do pictures again on Sunday. I do more on Sunday. And so send me photos of anything you're working on, or your family, or your garden. Whatever you love and makes you happy, that's what I want to see. So, oh, wow. I bet you that was an amazing, a wall of hydrangeas. Wow. So did I get everything, I hope? Yeah, that's the backing. The white on the right is the background. Okay. Thanks. Thank you for telling me that. So it's so much fun to get a package in. And I'll be so excited when my pineapple package arrives. Even though it only has 2 yards of fabric, I'm going to be thrilled. I don't know if any of you saw their news email today, but it was a fabric that was really dark, real rich with color, like a batik, like just saturated color. I had to have it. For $4.99 a yard, I had to have it. So how do you send pictures? That is very good to ask. And I'll give you Our Time to Quilt at twc.com. Whoops, hold on. I put a dot between and c.com. Okay. Hi, Alexis. So if you send your photos to me, I'll be glad to put them up. And Dora, when you come and you visit us a few times, we'd love to invite you to join our groups IO. That way we chat all the time. So yeah, you're just about at the end, but I saw you showed up at early, a half an hour early, darling. That's great. So you don't worry, Grand. We're tickled to see you, even if it's just for a few minutes. So thank you for all of you who send pictures. You would love it. Oh, fantastic. In fact, when you send your pictures, just tell me that you would like to join our group, and I'll send you an invitation, because our Quilting for the Soul, our Sarah, is our newest member as of today. So I sent her an invitation, and thank goodness she accepted. She didn't think we were too strange. But, oh, wow, Diane 57, that's amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, you're almost done with Chromium's outlines. That's wonderful. Way to go, girlfriend. Way to go. So I promise I will try to do more on our newest quilt, which is our favorite childhood memory. I've got a few ideas running around my head. I'm trying to kind of figure out how do I represent. And I'd like to be like Jody and think of something really creative. Jody is just amazing. And is Jody here? Yes, she is here. Hi, sweetie. so far on the new project, I'm not doing anything. But the good news, Jody, when you watch back again, I did an eye live on camera just to show, because you had asked, how do you do an eye? So when you watch this back, you'll watch me do it from beginning to end. So anyway, well, be thinking of what pictures you can show me. I love your photos, and I think the ladies love them too. And, oh, I didn't know that. Okay. And I was real excited to see Vicki Lemire join us again today. And it was a lot of fun having her. Dundee. Oh, that's cute. Okay, I'm a little slow on the uptick, let me tell you. But anyway, I will try to work harder to have my project actually started. I can't wait to see what Jody comes up with. And Kirsten, I have finished the paper piecing of the pieces I did the other day, and I'm just starting for the flying geese. So my plan is to have everything done except half of a flying goose. So that way, flying goose, flying geese. So that way I can not only show you how to do it, but how it goes together. So I'm gonna have all the components done, then show you how to piece it together. So you can't think of anything. You know what I was telling them? It's hard when you're stressed or tired or got a lot of things going on in your mind. It's hard to be creative. And so I need to get in. And I had been staying up as late as 4 a.m. and then sleeping into as late as noon. But I decided, especially since I got to go out of town in over a week, that I needed to get back on a normal schedule. And I think I wanted to spend more time with my Mark, because I always wanted to come down here and work at 5 o'clock. Well, he gets off work in the dining room, but he gets off work at 4:30, and then I wanted to be working. So I've worked very hard to change back my schedule so that I can stop being such a night person and be a normal person. But I'm not sure it's fun being normal. I think I liked being strange. Abnormal. Oh, Jody, you're so cute. I just think that we need to be in that space where we can be creative. But I was telling everybody, I can't wait to see what you come up with, because your sense of humor is so good. And one person here, their favorite childhood memory was a swing tied to an oak tree. So that's good. I can just visualize that. But we'll work on it. We'll work on it. So, yes. Diane 57 got a new machine, Jazzy. So that's exciting. Oh, yes. If you are working on your house blocks, just keep on working on them, because people are really excited, and they're excited to get yours. So thank you for reminding us of that again. I guess that's about it for me. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I'm quite as exciting today. But sometimes I just have a quiet day. So what can I do? Let's see. Oh, Grant, is your a dog your favorite memory? Yeah, and you know what, Grant? It can absolutely be embroidery. Whatever your form of art is a good one. Well, y'all take good care of yourselves. I can't wait to see you Sunday. I'm going to try to be very excited and have plenty to show you on Sunday. So take good care of yourselves. Get good sleep, eat good, exercise if you can safely, because I want you around for a long time. We're not going to let this virus get us down. We are a community, and we need each other, and we look forward to each other. So take good care of yourself, and until I see you again. That was bad. That was just bad. Take good care of yourselves, everybody. Take good care. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Mwah. See you Sunday if you can, 3:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye. Take good care. Thank you for joining me. Y'all are the best.